Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being with us. I'm Matt Wilbur. I will be your MC for this evening. On behalf of Mercy Hospital and the CHI Health Foundation, we welcome you all to the long-awaited Mercy Heritage Awards. I feel like when Lisa Gronstal asked me if I'd be willing to do this, I said, love to. What a great event. And then said, sorry, it's not happening. Then the next year, sorry, it's not happening. And here we are. So on behalf of all the the recipients and on Mercy Hospital as well, I'm just very happy that you're here. The Heritage Awards are where we continue to celebrate and pay homage to those who have enriched the community with their personal and professional contributions through the areas of humanities, business, education, and health and human services. Tonight, we are gathered to celebrate 4 outstanding members of our community. Jerry Mathiason for Arts and Humanities. Larry Winham for Business. Good job, Larry. You got a cheering section. Martha Bruckner, Education. Can always count on my teachers. And Marie Nedler for Health and Human Service. Thank you for joining us tonight as we celebrate Jerry, Larry, Martha, and Marie. I invite the Mercy leadership team to join me on stage to welcome you specifically to tonight's award ceremony. Denise, Dr. Acker, and Ann.
Hi, I'm Ann Schumacher. I'm the president of CHI Health Mercy Hospital. But one of my major claim to fame is that Marie Nedler recruited me here almost 30 years ago, and she's been my great mentor and friend. So there's a super special night for me.
And I'm Denise McNitt. I'm the Vice President of Patient Care at Mercy Hospital, Council Bluffs. And not to be outdone by Ann, I also was recruited by Marie 29 years ago from Phoenix, Arizona. Actually, I'm an Iowa girl, but from Phoenix, Arizona to come and work at Mercy Hospital. So.
And I'm Dr. Chris Acker. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Mercy Council Bluffs. Marie was my very first president when I started my very first job as an ER doc at Mercy Council Bluffs, so I've been with Marie my entire career as well. We're honored and thrilled to have all of you here in person tonight for the Mercy Heritage Awards and to finally celebrate our honorees. During this unprecedented time in our community, our nation, and throughout the world, we thank you for your patience and your support through these immense challenges COVID-19 has presented to our hospital, our employees, our patients, and our community.
Our community came together in amazing ways to fight the pandemic. There are so many examples of selflessness, compassion, kindness that occurred from our community, and that are still taking place today. The donations we received with masks, gowns, gloves, hand sanitizer, sanitizer, as we like to call it, and the gift from Edwards Auto for weekly staff meals, which I know they're here. We're going to honor them. And everything in between, the acts of kindness and support our staff needed to keep going and to keep fighting. Our staff at Mercy truly appreciate all the love and support. We couldn't have survived the last 2.5 years without the tireless dedication of our staff and the ongoing heartfelt support from the community. Thank you for coming tonight. It means a lot to us, and please enjoy your time together that celebrates these incredible leaders and everything that is special about Southwest Iowa.
I want to echo what Denise and Dr. Acker's expressed gratitude. what a special place this community is. And we could not have gone through these last couple years without all of you. We felt the love, and we are so grateful. And I also want to just do a shout out to our amazing staff at Mercy. Each day, Dr. Acker, Denise, and myself witnessed today the perseverance and compassion of our Mercy team. You know, we've heard so much about COVID and how unprecedented, but the care that was provided was nothing but heroic. From our lab technicians to our inventory techs, our physicians, our nurses, our EVS team, our volunteers, our entire hospital staff is continually guided by this compassionate ministry, this healing ministry that was founded by our Sisters of Mercy 135 years ago. In a few short weeks, Mercy Hospital celebrates our 135th birthday. I don't think we look too bad for 135 years old. And the mission that the Sisters of Mercy set forth for us to make the healing presence of God known in our world by improving the health of the people we serve, especially those who are vulnerable, while we advance social justice for all. Each year, CHI Health cares for more than 1 million patients and gives back to the local communities that we serve. Last year, CHI Health invested $280 million in community benefit programs across our ministry. In Southwest Iowa alone, Mercy provided $8.9 million in assistance to nearly 2,000 patients. What the sisters began many years ago is alive and well today. It's truly a privilege to continue serving the people of Southwest Iowa and walking in the footsteps of our founding sisters. The Sisters of Mercy came here to Council Bluffs because they saw a need, and they fell in love with this community. I can only imagine how our foundresses smile at an event like this tonight, where they see us honor the best of our community and those who have devoted their lives to making a difference for others. I'd like to just take a quick moment to ask our Sisters of Mercy who are here to stand so we can thank you. As Denise and Chris said, it's such a special evening for us and our entire team to recognize our heritage recipients. Each of you embody the best in leadership and inspire the rest of us by your selfless acts of service. Thank you for your patience with us as we literally had years of delay for this night's celebration, and we all experienced our lives being turned upside down over the last years of this pandemic. We are thrilled that we can honor you appropriately in front of the community who holds you in such high esteem. Tonight's celebration would not be possible without the hard work of our Mercy Hospital staff, the CHI Foundation, our event sponsors, and the community support. So we'd like to thank all of you who've gone in, put your time and talent into tonight's event. But most of all, tonight would not be possible without the leadership of our chair couple, John and Erica Bruckner, and our co-chair, Barry Cleveland. You know, when they signed up for this, I think maybe Barry, I don't know, Barry, were you in junior high and John wasn't born yet here, so something like that, I don't know. John and Erica were teasing with us earlier, talking about a newborn who's now a toddler when they signed up to say they would be co-chair for this event. So thank you for your patience and dedication and commitment to our recipients, and you stuck by us and Mercy Hospital for the last 2.5 years as we planned this event, and we're very grateful for the extra time we have gotten to spend with you. And I also want to do a shout out to the entire Mercy Board, many who are here tonight. As we face the choice of on or off, should we cancel, should we go with it, our board were great counselors to us, as well as John and Barry, to help us make the decision to do it right. And I think the decision was right for tonight. Tonight was meant to be. So John, Erica, Barry, will you please stand? And will you all join me in thanking John and Erica and Barry for their hard work?
Thank you, Ann, Denise, Dr. Acker. Like Mercy Hospital, the Mercy Heritage Awards is deeply rooted in our community. In the early 1980s, 3 prominent Council Bluffs citizens, Mary Lou McGinn, Bill Gress, and Walt Piper, Walt's wife, Kathleen, is here tonight as we continue with Walt's legacy. They approached the leadership of Mercy Hospital with the idea to recognize individuals who had given a lifetime of service to the community. They created the 4 categories: art and humanities, business, education, health and human services, that have withstood the test of time and remain the pillars of selection for each year's honorees. This year, we start a new tradition of hosting the Mercy Heritage Awards here in this beautiful space, the Hoff Family Arts and Culture Center. Special thank you, I saw Dr. Hoff, Dr. Ted Hoff, Polly, and their family who are here tonight for their vision and generosity in creating a venue that inspires art, celebrates culture, and was built by the Council Bluffs community. And as we celebrate the history of the Mercy Heritage Awards, we want to take a moment to recognize past Mercy Heritage Awards recipients and any past chairs tonight. Many of you are with us. If you are a past recipient or a past chair of the Mercy Heritage Awards, please stand. Thank you to all the past recipients and chairs for your continued support of this event and of our community. The Mercy Heritage Awards is one of the long-standing celebrations in Southwest Iowa and is generously supported and presented by the Mercy medical staff. Thank you to our physicians for their generous support. We'd also like to thank Dahl Distributing, MCL, and TS Bank, who are our platinum sponsors for the evening, and thank you also to the Gold, Silver, and Partner in Excellence sponsors who are listed in the program for your support. We've waited 2.5 years to celebrate Jerry, Larry, Martha, and Marie due to the pandemic. And as Denise, Dr. Acker, and Ann said, this community, and many of you sitting in the audience, showed Mercy Hospital and its staff tremendous support with letters of encouragement and incredible acts of kindness, including an extraordinary gift from Edwards Auto Group. In the midst of the COVID-19 surge in December of 2020, Edwards Auto Group, family-owned automobile and power sports dealer here in Council Bluffs, stepped forward with an unprecedented show of support for the healthcare heroes at both Mercy Hospital and Methodist Jenny Edmondson in Council Bluffs. Edwards Auto Group committed to providing free meals each week to all hospital staff, day, night, and weekend, from December 2020 to March 21. This donation totaled to more than 30,000 meals over 4 months, touched every hospital employee, nurses, doctors, technicians, phlebotomists, pharmacists, housekeepers, and patient care support personnel. The donation from Edwards was crucial during these difficult times to uplift the hospital employees as they navigated these uncharted waters with the COVID-19 virus. In addition, this gift helped our local businesses who were struggling as well, because every meal that they provided was provided by a local restaurant from right here in Southwest Iowa, giving those businesses a much-needed boost. This positive impact the gift had on hospital employees is hard to put into words. It illustrated that the community cared about their well-being while they continually put their lives on the line and appreciated the important work that they are doing every single day. Thank you to Edwards Auto Group for the incredible show of support to our hospitals. Please join me in welcoming Ian and Roger from Edwards Auto to accept this special community award. Your call. They don't give me exit stage left or exit stage right on my
Abby's
script,
walking
so
us back.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Can I say something real quick?
Please jump in.
Sorry, Abby, I'm going to call you out. So when we did this in December, we just wrote a check. That's not the hard part. I really want to thank Abby and Tara. She's not here today. They did the work. Their spouses did the work, right? Sorry, it gets me a little emotional. When I talked to Tara, and they're like, okay, we spent Saturday night with our husbands handing out meals, right? That's commitment. And so as we accept the award, I thank you for that. And the Edwards Auto Group thanks you for that. But really the hero here is Abby and her staff and Tara and her staff, and the people that really did the work, right? So if you see Tara, well, she's not here. If you see Abby, as we finish this tonight, and after this is over, go up and thank her, because she's the one that did the work, not us. Okay? Thank you very much.
I could say one of the blessings that comes with living, working, being in Council Bluffs is the collaboration that I see every day between private business, nonprofits, government, that work to make this place, I think, one of the best places to live. So thank you so much for Edwards Auto Group and for the partnership that we've all been able to forge. All right. All right, and now that moment that you've been waiting for 2.5 years. Our Mercy Heritage Awards recipients. These 4 community members have served and positively impacted Southwest Iowa for many years and have made significant contributions to our community. They have truly transformed Southwest Iowa with their work. Under their leadership, we saw the creation of the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation, now known as the Community Foundation for Western Iowa. Pottawatomie Gives, the Highway 34 Bridge, On With Life Neurological Rehab Facility, International Baccalaureate School programs in our elementary and middle schools, the designation of Council Bluffs as an All-America City, the Mental Health and Substance Abuse Coalition, and the All Care Health Center. Our first honoree is Jerry Mathiason, our Arts and Humanities Award winner. Please direct your attention to the screen to watch a video.
The assist. It's one key to winning on the court. Back in high school, Jerry Mathiason was a master.
I set the Iowa high school record for assists in a basketball game. I dished out 21. And it's still up there.
He's been racking up an impressive number of assists ever since, leading to countless wins for the state and community.
Without his assistance along the way, we'd have a lot of organizations that wouldn't be as successful as they are today.
He has a passion for helping other people and making things better.
My parents instilled this whole public service aspect. As a nurse, my mom, and as a physician, my dad, they obviously took that to the next level. They were very good at serving the public, serving patients, and as well serving our family.
Born and raised in Council Bluffs, Jerry attended St. Albert High School before enrolling at Buena Vista University, always involved in student government.
And that kind of led the way for me to get involved in politics and learn about public service, and then onward into philanthropy and giving back to the community.
After graduating with his political science degree, he met a candidate for lieutenant governor named Terry Branstad.
Well, he later became governor. He and I had hit it off, and I ended up working in state government in Des Moines for 14 years.
Much of it as Governor Branstad's deputy chief of staff.
Well, that was a tremendous opportunity and felt like I did a lot, and it again furthered my whole thought of public service and giving back to people. It's also nice because I can always bring up Council Bluffs and say, okay, how many people have visited from Council Bluffs? How's your marketing in Southwest Iowa? Again, trying to make sure that they know that our corner of the state is an important one.
Jerry continued to assist others during his almost 18 years as Senior Vice President of the Iowa West Foundation, and then as President and CEO of the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation, PCCF.
We tripled the number of donor funds. I initiated Pottawatomie Gives Day, which is given back to charity about close to $3 million. And it's just been real exciting to get the Community Foundation on track. And President Hoover said, public service is a noble profession. And that has always stuck with me. Whether it's public service in nonprofit work, whether it's in health services, whether it's in state government, whether it's in philanthropy, no matter what, it's a noble profession. And I really took that to heart, and it kind of kept me on the track of trying to give back. And people need to remember, if they give back and give back in the right way, it's going to last for generations. And that's what we as a family have tried to reflect. My wife Cindy and I, and the kids, and the grandkids, have a Cindy and Jerry Mathiason Family Fund at the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation. And it's a fund where every year we give out grants to community projects or different charities.
Projects include the Kimball Park and Dream Playground renovations, and a continuing education fund at CHI Health Mercy Hospital, in partnership with PCCF and in gratitude for the high level of care received. Cancer care. Jerry was diagnosed with leukemia in September 2017. He retired from the Community Foundation after 3 years of service to focus on winning the fight.
I want to thank the community for all their prayers and thoughts to help me get through a cancer battle. I want to thank the community for all they've done to make my hometown and Pottawatomie County in Southwest Iowa a better place to live. And this type of award signals that, not just now, but also in the past and in the future.
The Heritage Award runs in the family. His father, Dr. Emmett Mathiason, and his uncle, Dr. Arthur Shortino, are both recipients.
The joy and pleasure that you get from helping others and giving back is a lot more rewarding than doing things for yourself. That's what drives Jerry.
Chris and I are proud to congratulate you from our residence in Beijing, China. We appreciate all that you have done for the state of Iowa, especially for your home area, Council Bluffs in Southwest Iowa, and for the Branstad family.
Jerry, I particularly want to thank you for your service on the Terrace Hill Commission. It was wonderful working with you on that. You and all of us did fabulous work for Terrace Hill.
It isn't about him, it's about the greater good and the good of all, what can you do for the people surrounding you? And I feel like that's, what can you do for the state of Iowa? What can you do for Council Bluffs? What can you do for Terrace Hill? And that is his passion, is what can I do to help?
While the assist can help win games, Jerry knows it also takes tremendous teamwork.
Jerry isn't one who is trying to hog the limelight. He's somebody who will work behind the scenes to get stuff done. Jerry's just a good team player, and whether it's basketball or politics or a civic organization, I don't think you could ask for a better person on the team than Jerry.
Jerry's teamwork effort comes down to a simple quote from the 1993 movie, Dave.
I really like helping people I don't know. That quote does define me, but it defines a lot of people. It defines, I think, my family, my past family, my immediate family, and I think a lot of people who give back to their community, that type of quote where you're helping people you don't know is really a philosophy that can carry you a long way.
For showing the community what a real assist looks like, and for doing it with a perpetual smile, boundless energy, and a true passion for public service. Please congratulate Jerry Mathiason as the Arts and Humanities recipient for the 2020-21 Mercy Heritage Awards.
Come on down.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. I mean, it's just great. I mean, I really appreciate it. So humbled, really humbled, especially with this crowd. I mean, hey, the Heritage Awards are happening. I mean, we really want to thank the staff and the hard work of the Heritage team. I mean, they've really come through and have done a nice job. I was looking at that video and I was thinking, hey, they did that like 2.5, 3 years ago. I looked a lot younger on that. So, and I appreciate being first on the agenda. I saw the agenda and I thought, oh no, it reminded me of a story I think some of you have heard when I was on this agenda at a conference and I was a speaker and there were speakers and speakers and I was way down at the bottom and finally got time for me to talk and I said, you know, there was only one person left in the crowd. And I said, gosh, thanks for sticking around. And she said, don't thank me, I'm the next speaker. So, I really do appreciate that. I do remember when the Mercy team did come to the house and told Cindy and I about the award. And I mean, I in particular was just shocked. I mean, I was so surprised, so humbled, so blessed. And I think Kelly Summey secretly nominated me. I think Kelly's out in the crowd somewhere, so I wanted to cite Kelly. And he worked really closely behind my back with my wife, beautiful wife, Cindy, and my partner, my friend, my great spouse, wonderful, love you, honey. She worked with Kelly and they put together this great application. I was like, I mean, I didn't know that they were even doing it. So I want to thank the Mercy Council too for the selection. Really honored for that and really appreciate them selecting me, especially along with Larry and Marie and Martha. I mean, my gosh, what a group. And all the past recipients, if you go through a list, and my dad was on there, my Uncle Art Shortino was married to my Aunt Eileen, and I mean, my mom and dad, I'm sure, are looking down on us, just so proud and blessed for all of us. I want to thank the love and support of not only my wife, but of my family. My stepson J.D. is here with our daughter-in-law Jess. I think Kelly is probably watching on Zoom from Arizona. Our 4 grandkids aren't here, but I know in spirit they're loving it too. And just, you know, the love and support of those guys has just been tremendous. I mean, it's great being part of their family. And then my family, my brothers and sisters and in-laws have filled up this whole first row. I mean, that's pretty amazing. My twin brother Jeff, you saw the great photo of us together. And my brother Bob, sister Jean and Janet, and all the spouses. I mean, they're here. They've been so supportive of me. And then our in-laws, my in-laws on Cindy's side, big group of them here. It's been great to be part of their family, and I've really appreciated that. So thank you to all of you for coming tonight and for all the love and support. We were told to keep this short, so I will, but I want to thank one more group. I do want to thank the community itself. You know, there's a popular term out there now that's around, and we've all heard it, inclusiveness. You know, you hear that, and Council Bluffs is a pretty good example of that. I was gone for like 20 years, off and on, 20 years, and I came back home to marry Cindy. But I was like, I don't know how this is going to quite work coming back home. And I mean, it worked great. I mean, the community, I want to thank them for having us fit in so well and greeting me with open arms coming back home and getting involved in the community. And I want to thank the community for that. You saw on that my favorite quote from our favorite son of Iowa, President Hoover, who said, you know, public service is a noble profession. Well, I'm proud to be part of it, and I'm proud to be part of this community, and I thank Mercy for the award. Thank you.
You know, I did not know until tonight that Jerry had set the assist record for basketball. That does not surprise me. He is truly one of the nicest, most selfless people I have ever met. Always has a smile on his face. Our next award goes to Larry Winham, our business category award winner. Please direct your attention to the screen to watch his video.
Speaking at the bridge dedication, U.S. Senator Tom Harkin was quoted describing Larry's decades-long efforts. Larry is a great example of the truism that you don't have to be on the public payroll to be a public servant. Thank you, Larry, for your great leadership and vision. We wouldn't be here without you today.
Larry Winham has spent much of his professional life building bridges, the kind that connects dreams of home and business ownership to reality, and the kind that facilitates commerce and builds community.
Larry is an extremely hard worker. He's a visionary.
He has given both time and talents and resources to a lot of community projects and made them better places for us to live and to work.
He's a very warm, welcoming personality. He's easy to follow because he is a leader, and he's always working for what's best for all of us.
Born and raised in Minnesota, Larry graduated from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in 1978.
When I was a really little guy, I didn't have a whole lot of confidence in myself. And my mom and dad had a way of instilling confidence in me, to believe in myself. Sports was huge for me as I was growing up in terms of doing something that I was pretty good at. The highlight of high school and college, it was more about being elected captain of all three sports in high school and then being elected captain my senior year at Nebraska.
After almost a decade with Commonwealth Electric, he transitioned to a career in community banking, a pivotal move suggested by his father-in-law, third-generation banker John Dean. John's grandfather chartered Glenwood State Bank in 1899.
He's very committed to the community. He tries to look down the road because you got to think of what's going to happen 5 years from now, not necessarily what's going to be good for today, and he tends to do that.
Larry became president of Glenwood State Bank in 1992 and currently serves as CEO. He and his brother-in-law, Grant Dean, manage day-to-day operations of the bank and its two branches, Frontier Savings Bank in Council Bluffs and First State Bank in Tabor.
It means a lot to me to be part of it. Grant treats me just like a brother and John treats me just like a son, and that makes you feel good. The beauty of being in a family-owned smaller bank is we focus more on community, the customers, trying to do what's right for them.
Larry was a perfect fit for the bank in the fact that he came in and he was passionate about this community. He took that opportunity and jumped right in and became involved.
To help attract, retain, and grow businesses, good for the community and for the bank, Larry has been heavily involved in the Glenwood Chamber of Commerce and Mills County Economic Development Foundation. He is perhaps best known for his leadership and persistence in realizing the new Highway 34 bridge over the Missouri River, a crucial economic link between southwest Iowa and the Omaha-Bellevue metropolitan area.
You know, a group of us just started working on it and said, you know, that's economic development potential for southwest Iowa. You know, a group of us would go to Washington, D.C. every year, and we'd go and talk to the Department of Transportation in Iowa, and we'd talk to the Nebraska roads folks, and we just kind of stayed persistent.
He worked on that for probably about 23 years. He was relentless. He never gave up on it.
It increased the economic viability of both sides of the river. And I think if you look at the other economic development projects that Larry worked on, like on the interchange there on the interstate, that those things came about because of the presence of that bridge. The bridge is there because of Larry, and then that goes on to expand economic development in our area. I joke with Larry a lot about it because I call it the Larry Winham Memorial Bridge. I think it should be named after him.
I guess what I like about it is that we were able to find common ground. We talked about Cass County, we talked about Sarpy County, and we talked about Mills County. You know, this is bigger than that. This is just the first phase of what we're trying to accomplish. Our goal is to develop on the east side. We've got the Harley-Davidson dealership has moved in. You've got AgriVision is down there, the John Deere dealership. We worked at the Glenwood Resource Center. We've worked to put other entities on that campus.
With the announced closure set for the campus in 2024, his work continues on the Glenwood Resource Center. He will join a task force to help develop plans for the property's future. And after the floods of 2019, Larry helped with the development throughout southwest Iowa along the Missouri River.
The levees have been repaired. There's a lot of property out there that could potentially be developed. I'm sure Larry has a plan, and the Economic Development Foundation is working on moving forward and what can be done.
2020 brought even more challenges. Glenwood State Bank rallied with other community banks to deliver paycheck protection loans and otherwise help customers deal with the economic fallout of COVID-19.
Community banking in general was very, very supportive, was in the lead on that. And they kind of exemplified what they do every year, is taking care of small businesses. It isn't really anything extraordinary. We just do what we need to do to try to help the folks that help us.
Always there to assist others in times of need, Larry has also faced his share of hardship. He lost his beloved wife, Martha, mother of their 3 daughters, to a car accident in 2008.
She's certainly missed, there's no question about it. She was a big part of all of our lives. I'm extremely fortunate to have found Terry.
Larry remarried in 2012 to Terry Tucker. Together, they have 6 kids and 10 grandchildren.
And Terry's just been extremely supportive. Sometimes when you're in community banking, you're busy and you have different hours, and sometimes you're going to different activities, and I think Terry's been just 100% supportive of that.
A bridge builder, a role model, a team player.
He's worked hard. He has given both time and talents and resources to a lot of community projects, as has the bank. And all of those things have served our communities and made them better places for us to live and to work.
I think it's a recognition of what he has accomplished for his community and what he's going to continue to accomplish for his community. He hasn't quit. And I just think it's an example of who he is. He's used to playing his role on the team and doing what's the best for the team, and he's still doing that.
For elevating the community he calls home as a banker, economic developer, and committed neighbor. For showing us all the value of working tirelessly to build bridges. Please congratulate Larry Winham as the business recipient for the 2020-21 Mercy Heritage Awards.
Wow, that was, Jerry, you mentioned that you looked older. I looked at myself and I don't have a mustache anymore, and I really look old. But what I was going to say was, since we were only supposed to take 2 or 3 minutes and Jerry took 10 minutes, I was just going to say ditto. But no, seriously, I want to thank CHI, Mercy, and this is a tremendous award. I'm really humbled and appreciate the recognition. I also, as Jerry said, I'm excited to be with Jerry and Martha and Marie. You know, for you golfers out there, and if you play in a scramble, you know, there's always A, B, C, D players. Well, I kind of feel like a D player with this group, but you know what? I'm really glad I'm on their team, so I'm proud to be part of this group. So I also obviously have all my family here. I've got my wife Terry, and you guys all saw what she's done for me after I lost Martha. I've got my 3 girls here, and my stepkids are all here, and their spouses, and I could have them all stand up, but I don't think they want to. So I really appreciate all the support that you've all given me over the years, and I love you guys, so I appreciate that. You know, you kind of think about things when you see all this, and I'm also humbled because, in a way, I was wondering, why did I get this award? Because in my mind, I'm getting an award for my job. I mean, community bankers, this is what we do. I mean, you get involved in your community, you try to help folks, you get involved in chambers of commerces and economic development and all those things, but that's what we do. I mean, Mick, thanks for supporting me, and Tom Whitson, and the last guy that won this award, it was Doug Goodman. We all miss Doug. Just a good community banker that does their job. So, and I may be kind of out front, and I'm the guy that is more the marketing guy or the promotion guy, but I wouldn't be successful with everybody that works at the bank. Grant's always the quiet guy, but he does an awful lot at the bank, and it's appreciated. So thanks, Grant, for letting me go out and do all the talking. And but I just have a great group of people that I work with, and I know I said there's an economic development group here. I know I get a lot of credit for the bridge, which is well deserved, but you know, they all did something. Everybody worked hard. The public shows up and all that stuff. So it's just an honor to be here. I guess the last thing I would say is, and I know Jerry kind of said it, you know, Jerry, you're right. It's better to be first because you know, when you think about what we've gone through, I mean, the healthcare workers, and they deserve all the accolades, but we also had a flood in 2019. And when you think about it, at least my experience was, there's so many stories about people just coming together and doing positive things and doing little things or big things. And, you know, in this world that we live in, it seems like everything's so doggone divisive. You know, you turn on Fox, you turn on CNN, you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. You know what? We should really celebrate tonight all the good things that are in this room. Everybody in this room does a lot of good stuff. And somehow, if we could bottle that up and get rid of all the other distractions, we'd be a much stronger country. And I still believe in my heart this is the greatest place in the world to live. Council Bluffs, Glenwood, Southwest Iowa, with the United States of America is pretty cool too. So thank you very much. Okay.
Larry's a bit too humble. Community bankers like Larry, this is just a job. That's just what they do for their job. But not every banker is like Larry. So I can think of just the help with the Dream Playground in Council Bluffs. I've seen efforts, Fill the Bus effort for charities. Are just there's so many, you can't even begin to list the different programs that Larry has been instrumental in Council Bluffs. So let's give him one last round of applause. Our third award this evening goes to Martha Bruckner, our Education Award winner. Please again direct your attention to the video.
You are members of a very special class. Your class was the first group of 5th grade students to make a promise to succeed as you moved on to middle school. The promise was only one small sign of a culture that was established as school district representatives worked to meet their mission of guaranteeing that each student graduates ready to pursue the next phase of life.
Dr. Martha Bruckner spent a decade making a bold difference in Council Bluffs Community School District. A superintendent and lifelong educator who encouraged both teachers and students to believe.
So 1 mole of carbon dioxide.
What we're doing in schools is trying to help children have the best future they can possibly have. Our job is to help kids believe in themselves and believe that they can be important contributing citizens.
She brought in an opportunity for students to see themselves as high school graduates, a vision for a child to see him or herself as anything they really wanted to be.
Visualization for Martha began while growing up. The oldest of 5 children, her parents, the Honorable John T. and Mary Ann Grant. Her father, a Nebraska Supreme Court Justice.
I still remember times when he would show me articles in the newspaper about some teenager that did something wrong. And he said, Martha, don't give them cheap shots. People in Council Bluffs schools will smile at that recollection because when I came to Council Bluffs, I told him the story about my father saying, don't give him cheap shots, and translated, don't do dumb things.
Becoming the Council Bluffs School District Superintendent in 2007, her leadership motivated students and staff to avoid giving them cheap shots and defy gravity instead.
Which says we have to do better than we think we can. We have to break loose of the things that hold us down. In the summer before I started the job, I found out that Council Bluffs schools had the lowest graduation rate in the state of Iowa, and that came to me as a surprise. We started looking at information about our school district and sending the message about this isn't okay. We have to do better. We can do better. We had about 10 years in a row when the graduation went up. It went up 20% in 10 years, from about 68% to about 88%.
She was everywhere. You know, you'd see her in the kindergarten class, she'd be in the 5th grade class, the 6th grade class. She made sure that they understood that graduation was an important part of their life.
She was really the dynamic leader who drove our All-American City application, and that really encompassed reading at the school level. All of these things add up to a better performance by the school district in every aspect.
Dr. Bruckner's mission was to escalate and elevate and to make sure that every student had the tools that they needed, whether that would be in a classroom environment or at a sports facility where she helped with the Wickersham development of the complex. She made sure that all of our students had everything that they needed to be successful in the district.
Dr. Bruckner was also instrumental in pushing for significant physical improvements in the district.
She had an idea that our facilities were not at the standard that our children should see in Council Bluffs when they come to school each day. And as they were trying to figure out how to decide where to start, we said, Martha, buy some land and put up a sign. And then she did. And that's where College View Elementary is right now. And we built 2 schools, 2 brand new schools, the first time in maybe 50 years.
Named Iowa Superintendent of the Year in 2015, her plans to enter retirement in 2017 were delayed by yet another invitation to serve and make a difference in children's lives.
Was invited by several people to apply to become the executive director of a changing Metropolitan Omaha Education Consortium, MOEC. It's great work, trying really hard to help each other be the best we can so that our Omaha Council Bluffs community can guarantee that the students that go through our public schools have the best chance possible to be successful and then thereafter to in turn contribute to their communities.
The latest challenge in a career defined by doing better and defying gravity, elevated by the love and support of her family. The wind beneath her wings. Bob Bruckner, her husband of almost 30 years, passed away in May. They had 4 sons between them and 10 grandchildren. He is missed as we celebrate Dr. Bruckner's achievements.
People that I worked with in education, I hope that all of those people realized that I cared about them. Even if I was tough, I cared about them. And that I had the belief that together we could make things better.
We all know that the future rests in your heads, in your hands, and in your hearts. I'm confident you will do a tremendous job. I look forward to hearing wonderful things about the class of 2016. Defy gravity. Best wishes.
For inspiring students to do more as a teacher, principal, and superintendent. For channeling expertise, compassion, and vision into a stronger future for our kids and community. Please congratulate Dr. Martha Bruckner as the education recipient for the 2020-21 Mercy Heritage Awards.
I made a mental note that I have to tell you that I too am connected to Marie. We were neighbors, okay? Hello, and thank you to each of you for attending this evening. I give special thanks to my family members and friends who put this event on their calendars several times. Congratulations and appreciation to Jerry, Larry, and Marie for your contributions to our community. Special thanks to Abby Jarris and Lisa Gronstall and their team for planning this event 3 times. It must feel like the movie Groundhog Day to them, and they're likely so glad that we're almost to the credits at the end of the film. My 10 years working in the Council Bluffs Community Schools and in this wonderful community obviously serve as a highlight in my life. I was blessed to be supported by a dedicated school board members with very high expectations for our work. I was gifted to have an executive cabinet and administrative team that collaborated, cheered, questioned, pushed, sometimes resisted, but always sought what which was best for the children we served. Teachers in every school and support staff members in every position recognized that our collective mission was an important one and that hard work focused on important goals would make a difference in our world. All those people were the secret sauce that led to our success. On my journey, I have been unceasingly encouraged by my beloved siblings. Joe and Sue are here tonight. John and Tim, unless they got a better offer, are watching from heaven. I'm supported by my delightful sisters-in-law, Sherry, Mary, Carolyn, and Teresa, and talented nieces and nephews, such as, here tonight,
Sean, Paul, Spencer, and Jack. My sons, Grant and Kevin, my stepsons, Gus and Andy, and their families have encouraged and contended with my often too busy schedule. Grandchildren that Bob and I shared have enriched my life with new love and excitement. Here tonight are Gracie, Ben, and Nathan. And friends have sustained me along the way. As the film said, and most of you know, I was tremendously blessed to be encouraged by my very dear Bob, who celebrated any success and sometimes patiently commiserated with any frustrations. I absolutely considered him the wind beneath my wings, and he agreed. In my time in Council Bluffs schools, we coalesced around a theme every year. When I retired, I realized that those themes were a testament to the hard work that my colleagues had completed. The completed phrases seemed to fit well to describe the ongoing work that educators must still continue even in these very difficult times. We said, together, we used our power and passion to make a promise to support every child every day, to work as one team, to be agents of change, change for good, and to defy gravity. Our mission critical became a mission possible. While our work is still incomplete, we realize that what we do right now is vital to making every year successful for all our kids. It's true today, too. Thank you so much for this recognition for me and for those who care about me and for educators in general who contribute so much to our world. Thank you.
I first got to know Martha a little bit during time she was going through Leadership Council Bluffs, and I know that she truly shepherded the Council Bluffs School District through some challenging times, and the increasing graduation rates every single year are truly a testament to an amazing job well done. Unfortunately, she has failed in retirement because it lasted just a few months, I think, and she finds herself in her call to service again. So thank you so much, Martha, for what you've done for the community. And our last award this evening goes to another retirement failure. Marie Nedler. Marie is our Health and Human Services Award winner. Please direct your attention to the screen.
Sisters of Mercy played a huge role in my life. When I first came here, Sister Miguel taught me, and she said, you take care of the people that come to your door, and you take care of the people that don't come to your door, which meant you take care of the people in your community. And that was very much a part of who I was.
Education, community life, and caring. Those were bedrock elements of Marie Nedler's upbringing.
The health of the community is paramount. We take care of our own. And while we share with our community across the river, we are able to deliver 80 to 90% of what people need in this community for their entire lifetime. And our medical staff is dedicated to that.
She grew up in northwest Iowa on a family farm just east of Alton, Iowa, oldest of 7 kids. Started working at the Orange City Hospital when she was 16 and went on to nurses training in Sioux City. Came down to Council Bluffs with 6 of her classmates who all got jobs here at Mercy.
My favorite accomplishment as a nurse was being able to help patients get to where they needed to get to. If that was to get well and go home, that was very satisfying. If it was to be with them until their last breath, that was also very satisfying. I loved being a nurse. Taking care of patients is very rewarding.
She had a passion for teaching cardiac medicine. She would hold up that heart model and help us understand if this is going on in this part of the heart, this is what's happening with the patient. And furthermore, this is what the EKG will look like.
She started out as an ICU nurse and worked her way up to the president of CHI Mercy and Bergen Mercy. I mean, she shattered the ceiling as far as you know, what you can do.
As a leader in the community, business-wise, she had a vision. She would be willing to listen to anybody to say, how can we make this work better? She also had an uncanny ability to talk to people and for them to understand that healthcare is a very important part of your community. If you don't have good quality healthcare, you're not going to grow as a community.
One of the things that is so special about this community and Mercy is that we've always wanted to deliver value to whoever comes to our door, and even those that don't come to our door. I remember telling the staff here, when you have an issue, there's always 6 ways to solve it. 6 ways to solve it before you have to add a resource.
Together with other Iowa leaders, Marie added new resources to the community with Council Bluffs Community Healthcare, known today as All Care Health Center, providing affordable, comprehensive, high-quality health care to the whole community.
I had known Marie and Mike probably since the early 90s, but I had an opportunity to work with her closely back in 2006 when we became 2 of the founding board members for the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation. I don't think we could have gotten as far as we did, as quickly as we did without her input.
Marie was also instrumental in the formation of the Mental Health and Substance Abuse Coalition, Wellness of Council Bluffs, and Hospice of Southwest Iowa.
I would encourage anyone that has a daughter to share Marie's story. I know I did with my own daughter, starting her professional career.
She never left being a nurse. She'll always be a nurse.
Marie retired in 2019 after an astonishing 47-year career with Mercy Hospital, a lifelong career of putting others first.
That's something that a real virtue Marie has. When she's there, she's there. She's present. She isn't thinking about something else, or I'm going on to this, or I have to get going.
She cares about every person that walks into our building. It doesn't matter what your title is. It doesn't matter if you're an inpatient or if you're here as an outpatient. Anybody that comes in, she cares about. And she's mission driven. Everything she does is about the mission.
Throughout her career, Marie balanced work with her family.
My husband and I are married 40 years. Mike is just the strength of our family. He is the fun of the family. He is a diehard Iowa State fan. We have 2 children, 2 boys, Jonathan and Jared. They both went to Iowa State. In terms of balancing life and work, Mike was just instrumental in helping with that. The land was everything to my parents, and everything we did was about putting back resources into the land. I learned that as a young child, that you got a resource from your God. And for us growing up, it was the land, and that was very clear to us. And so as I grew up, I learned that you will get a treasure. Somewhere along the line, you'll recognize who your treasure is, and you'll put all your efforts into that treasure. And for me, it was Mercy Hospital, the Sisters of Mercy, and this community of Council Bluffs in Southwest Iowa.
For her servant leadership, her dedication to patients, and her transformational leadership, please congratulate Marie Nedler as the Health and Human Services recipient for the 2020-21 Mercy Heritage Awards. Mercy Heritage Awards.
Well, 2.5 years ago, I stood on this stage and handed it off to Annie. It's nice to be back. Thank you. I want to thank the Mercy Community Board, and especially Erica and John, for sticking with us and continuing this celebration and making tonight so special. To my fellow honorees, Larry, Jerry, and Martha, congratulations, and thank you for your incredible contributions as well. Abby and Lisa Gronstal and the senior team, thank you for continuing our celebration. Heritage is the most important thing in our organization and really in many of our lives. That remembering where we came from and why we're here and making it a better place for the future is really what we're all about. And I'm so glad that the Heritage Awards will continue under your direction. An honor just like this is never, ever earned by a single person. It's really about the people and the professionals that surround them. And I have some that I want to recognize tonight. First of all, you've met my husband, Mike. He's been the rock for our family and has been the strength for my career and our family throughout this 43 years now that we've been married, right, Mike? Yeah, 43. So thank you, Mike. Our children are here tonight, Jonathan and Heidi, who just gave us our first grandson. We've had dogs for a long time. I mean, real dogs. 4 of them, to be truthful. And so we now have a new grandson, 2 weeks old. His name is Phoenix Michael. And our youngest son and his wife, Jackie, are also here. Thanks, Jared and Jackie. And thanks, boys, for putting up with all my work nights and long weekends and Dad's tuna noodle casserole. Appreciate it. I also want to recognize my family that's here. My parents, as I mentioned in the video, gave us an incredible work ethic, strong faith in God and in our community. And they passed away too young. But the silver lining in all of that was that our siblings remained very, very close and in their own right have made incredible contributions in their own communities. So because I'm the oldest, I am going to embarrass them tonight, and they need to stand and be recognized. My sister Teresa and her husband Bob from Orange City, Iowa. My brother Dale and his wife Cindy from Alton, Iowa. My sister Jeannie and her husband Craig from near Waterloo, Iowa. My sister Grace and her husband Lyle from Alton, Iowa. And my sister Ruth and her husband Kevin from Omaha. Professionally, as I mentioned in the video, the Sisters of Mercy have been really our strength here in Council Bluffs and for the amazing work that they've done since 1887. Sisters are here tonight, but I all want to remember a few that have gone before us because they have invested so much in Council Bluffs and Southwest Iowa through the years. As the video talked about, Sister Miguel took the chance to hire 6 new graduates from Sioux City, Iowa. Many years later, Sister Miguel told me that they didn't have 6 positions for the 6 of us. They only had 2, but she didn't want to break us up. And clearly that was before position controls and productivity. Sister Bridget Marshachek was a huge member of the community of Mercy, and for those of you in the audience that remember Sister Bridget, huge Husker fan, and she loved life and also passed from this earth way too young. Sister Narita Cooney. Sister believed in Council Bluffs in Southwest Iowa and made every effort to invest. And so as a result, you see these family health clinics, you see our medical staff, you see the Mercy Century Plan in action, and that really was the driving force of Sister Narita. And finally, I would be remiss of not remembering Sister Rosa Lima, who was probably shining down from tonight and giving her our reflection. We miss her in the guild, we miss her in the gift shop, and Mike misses her raisin pie that he got every year. Finally, for the people on the Mercy team that is here tonight, you know, we've had some wonderful, wonderful years. And yes, there were some that weren't so great, but all in all, our blessings were very, very many. And I owe a debt of gratitude to all of you for sticking with us in the times that were tough and staying with us in the good times as well. And other community leaders and resources in the community organizations, you have been partners with us for all these many, many years, and I appreciate all of those community leaders and resources that we had. You know, in a community that is has less resources than others, it really is a blessing, because abundance sometimes can be a real problem. And we never had that in Council Bluffs in Southwest Iowa. And it forced us to work together in ways that maybe many other communities are really envious of. Finally, this Mercy family and the community of Council Bluffs is really our address, the Nedler's address, for the hopes and dreams and now the memories of everything that we've been able to work throughout all these years. I want to thank the Mercy Charitable Council again, Community Board, for this honor. It is humbling. It is a blessing to have all of you here tonight. Thank you for coming, and good evening.
You may have noticed somewhat of a common theme with all of our recipients, and that is thanking their team, the humility with which they have received these awards. They all, I think, truly embody the concept of servant leadership. I just can't imagine. It's honestly, as I walked up, it was a very humbling experience to just see such a powerful force of 4 recipients. Just a truly amazing group this year. Let's give them one final big round of applause. Again, congratulations to all the awards recipients. Thank you again for your dedication to the community. If you would all like to personally congratulate the recipients, you can join them on the first floor after we leave outside the theater. Again, on behalf of the CHI Health Foundation and Mercy Hospital, I want to thank you all for attending this year's and last year's and the year before's Mercy Heritage Awards. Thank you to our generous sponsors. Special thank you also to the Mercy medical staff, our presenting sponsor and distributing MCL and TS Bank, our platinum sponsors for providing funding for the creation of the Mental Health Therapy Garden on Mercy's campus. Thank you again, everyone, for coming to this evening's celebration to celebrate Jerry, Larry, Martha, and Marie. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Please feel free to stay and mingle, and good night. Thank you.